Welcome to another episode, everyone. Smokey and OG Crip. We're going to call him Smokey because he was a smoker. Hit the Los Angeles County Jail looking to take my place, trying to undermine my authority there in the dorm. He wanted to be the shot caller, so he tried to take the big fella down. This, nevertheless, was a bad mistake. Smokey hit the dorm, and as I said, there in Wayside, in the Los Angeles County Jail, it is replete with violence. The riots are incessant and bloody. Our dorm is known as the most violent dorm there in Wayside. We, no doubt, are taking care of business. Enter Smokey. As I said, the individuals there in the dorm are some very strong individuals. There was some dudes there from Long Beach. My young homie was there. There was quite a few strong individuals there who were with the business, putting in work. We were all working out together in unison, speaking Swahili. We had knives and were unafraid to use them. In fact, we had used them with a propensity. Smokey apparently had not gotten word. He came down there to the dorm, ended up falling into our dorm, the most vicious one in all of Wayside. He comes in immediately with a chip on his shoulder. Smokey was a tall, dark-skinned dude with long hair, but he was unkempt. Clearly, when I say Smokey was a smoker, and I'm only calling him Smokey because short for smoker. When I say he was a smoker, I know him when I see him. He was indeed out there hitting that pookie, that hard, that hitting hard. Yeah. He was on that stuff. He was, like many OGs, coming back into jail to recover, getting big, eating now, resting, looking better than he looked when he came in. Wherever Smokey had just left from, clearly there was tension there, there was riots there, just like Bo Peep. Same situation. Smokey comes inside of the dorm. He immediately is asking how the dorm is running, how much tension is in the dorm, and if the Serenos have been tripping inside of this dorm. We run a few things down to him. What's been going on here in the dorm? Yes, we've had multiple riots. At one point, we went up for 1 week straight, nonstop. We've had ceasefires. We've taken a breather. There's not much tension inside of the dorm right now. In fact, the shot caller for the Serenos and myself were very close. To this day, this individual has a place in my heart. That man did a lot for me. These are some really good people. I don't care, bro. The Serenos, they've looked out for me on many different occasions, in so many different ways. They took care of me in so many different ways. Some of them, many of them. The Sereno there that's calling the shot, he has the dorm for this. Him and I converse on a daily basis. He and I are rather close. As crazy as that may sound, because we're going up with each other on a daily basis. But it's just nothing personal. It's politics. We let Smokey know. I've told you here on the channel before, here on the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. That when you hit a prison yard, I've done over 30 years of incarceration for those who are new to the channel. When you hit a prison yard a module in the Los Angeles County Jail, what have you, you want to take the temperature. You want to ask questions. What's going on here? Don't ask too many personal questions that will have you under suspicion, but ask questions about your surroundings so that you'll know where you're at. When is the last time someone died on this yard? And why did he die? I want to know. Is this yard going up nonstop? Or are we taking a breather around here? I got to be on my stuff tough at all times, pushing my line? Or are people just relaxing and letting go a little bit around here? What we on? I need to know. So when Smokey hits the dorm asking similar questions, I don't take umbrage. He's asking, what's going on inside of the dorm? Is there a lot of tension here with the Southsiders, etc.? We run it down to him out of respect, legitimate questions. And he begins to say that where he was just at, in his dorm, this would not happen and that would not happen. And my little homie immediately speaks up before I can even say anything and tells Smokey, this is not the dorm that you just left. You do not run this dorm. He does. What he say goes. We listen to him and no one else. Ain't no one else gonna tell us what to do around here. No one. Trust me, you got the wrong dorm. You don't know what you're stepping into, Smokey. You haven't gotten word that this is the most vicious dorm in all of Wayside. We're not taking any prisoners around here. There's nothing sweet in this dorm. You got the wrong individuals. Smokey is a bit recalcitrant. He's defiant. He doubles down. Where I was at, we have a certain structure. The young homie told him, to tell you the truth, Smokey, before the homie came, there was no structure anywhere in here, in this dorm and Wayside anywhere. We were under attack. We were getting attacked. Everyone knows it. Certain individuals came in here pushing the line as to why it is the way that it is now. Just let it go. Smokey dies down and everything is cool. Program as usual inside of the dorm. A couple of days pass by. Smokey is tending to his own business at first. Suddenly, Smokey begins to make comments again. He says, there's no one keeping usalama, no one keeping watch, keeping security at nighttime while we're asleep. Just because there hasn't been any tension in the dorm, just because he's cool with the shot caller, you think that it won't go up? You think it won't, he telling me, you think it won't go up just because you cool with the shot caller? No, that's not what I think. It has went up. You're not listening. Nonstop. Even though the shot caller's right here. And we're cool because it's nothing personal. It's business. Sometimes they get off and sometimes we getting off. That's what it is. No one is trying to circumvent violence by being cozy and buddy-buddy with the shot caller. And yes, we have individuals keeping security. You are not that observant. You're not the individual you're claiming to be. Because if you were, you would know within a couple of days, within a couple of hours, the security and structure that is within inside this dorm. You didn't see old boy up there on this bunk all morning from midnight until breakfast? And him over there and him over there? He said, yeah, I seen them, but I just thought they was up chilling. It was like they was up just talking. Yes, that's the point. That's the throw off. We want people to think that they're just up chilling. They are the security. They have all other blickies. Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. Smokey wants my position. He wants to take over the dorm. He's constantly saying what would happen if he were running the dorm, how things would be different. There would be no difference. You certainly wouldn't be doing better than me. First of all, you have to have to respect other people, which you do not, clearly. And again, it was put to Smokey. You're barking up the wrong tree. You don't understand. We have love for this individual. It's not just respect. We have love for him as well. If he trips out and tells the blacks in the dorm to get you, Smokey, you're cooked. You not no shot caller. You better chill out. Smokey won't chill. He wants some sort of recognition. After being a smoker for the last decade and being trampled upon on the street, he wants to come to jail and find his nutsack. Well, no, this is not the place to do it, not inside of this door. One day we're sitting down there playing cards. I began to learn how to play poker right there in Wayside. The young homie from Long Beach was right there, from Insane. We and a couple other dudes. We right there playing poker. Downstairs inside of the day room. Look up. Smokey is over there in the corner where the Southsiders are at, the Sereno. And he's having a conversation with one of them. Didn't look too suspicious at first. So I just continued on. Because we interact with one another when we're not trying to kill one another. We're interacting with one another. We speak and all of that. So he may know him from somewhere, from another dorm, from the street, whatever. Maybe his sister's baby daddy. I don't know. So he's over there having a conversation with him. It's not like this is against the rules or whatever. Not much to see here, I didn't think. As I said, I speak to the Sereno shot caller. Not going to say his name here. On a daily basis, we respected one another. So we just carried on with our game. But I was keeping an eye on the situation. I switched seats with the homie so that I can look straight ahead. I said, bro, let me sit right there. Come over here. I sat right there and I'm looking. We still playing cards, but I'm looking. I see Smokey sort of waving his hands. It's clear that the conversation has become filled with tension. This is not a conversing of buddies. It goes on for a little bit. I'm telling the blacks, telling the brothers at the table, told one of them, go upstairs and tell the rest of the brothers, be on point, get their stuff out, all of this. Some are already peeping what's going on. So I stand up. I stop the cars because, as I say, I can see it's something going on here. At first, we just continue playing cards until I'm trained to recognize this. I see violence on the horizon. Whatever, I'm not privy to the conversation. I can't hear it. They're far off. But clearly, based on the body language, the conversation is charged. I stand up at this point. And right when I stand up, Smokey is leaving the conversation and comes walking over there towards us at the card table. So I say, Smokey, what was all of that about over there? What's up? What's going on? Smokey says he went over there to speak with the Sereno about the TV. We have set days. The Sorellos had the TV on one day. The brothers have the TV on one day. Or they had it for certain hours and then we had it for certain hours. But I believe they had it for one whole day and then we had it for one whole day. Smokey wants to switch the days or something because of some basketball games that's imminent. He wants to switch the schedule. But he hasn't asked anyone this, much less me. He hasn't alerted anyone to the fact that he's about to go over there in the Lions' den. He didn't have a knife on him. You about to go over there where the Serranos are at and confront them. Or he said, I didn't confront him. I was asking. This is when the conversation was mild. When I was first looking, he was just broaching the conversation. But then when they said no or what have you, this is when I must have looked at it. I'm beginning to see the tension. He said, I didn't go over there to confront them. I just went over there to ask a question. No, you have to go through the proper protocol, Smokey. Bro, what part don't you understand? You can't make this call. You can't go to the Serranos and tell them about a TV date, about the schedule, without alerting me, first of all, and all of us that you're about to take yourself over there and make a move like this, putting everyone in danger, including, first of all, yourself, because you're over there by yourself, and we can't even keep an eye on you. We don't even have your back in this moment because we don't even know what's going on. We over here playing cards. Other people up there doing what they're doing because you didn't tell us what's going on. I thought you was an OG who been stumped down on these 4 yards. You know better than this. All of these are violations. And to think that you were warned about trying to challenge me. And yes, I indeed took umbrage to Smokey's disposition and clear disrespect. I made the decision right in that moment that I was going to attack Smokey and personally remove him from this dorm. You nearly kicked off a riot. Could have got blacks, you could have got brothers hurt because we don't even know what's going on. You didn't even have enough respect for us to come and tell us because he knows that we were going to say no. You can't go over there and talk to them, bro. Who you think you are? You're not the shot caller. You don't go talk to them. I do. When there's a situation. This is how it goes, folks. This is the protocol. I can't let anyone hit the dorm challenging me in this way. Really should have smoked him from the beginning. Man down. So I said, okay, Smokey, you're out of line. You're out of pocket. But it's cool. We told you already to stay in your place, to stay in line in this dorm. This is not the dorm that you just came from. We gave you a lot of latitude, and you abused it. Now, there's no way out. I'm going to man down you myself. I tell the brothers in the dorm, he's cooked. I'm about to cook this dude. All the brothers, when they all want to crash him. They want to just crash this dude, Smokey. They was mad too. They wanted to crash him. But I didn't allow that because I have a good heart. I was saving Smokey. By me doing it myself, it was my way of saving him. I promise you that was my thinking. That if these dudes get their hands on him, they're not going to have any mercy on him. And in fact, my young homie, who was wild, active, a reputable individual then and now, said, bro, big bro, Groove, you gonna bust him down? Because you know if you bust him down, I got to come with you, bro. I know you want to do this yourself because it's personal and you trying to save this dude, really, is why you want to do it yourself. I mean, I'm sure you're going to put a little hurting on him, but if these dudes, we get to him, it's over. I said, I know this already. He said, man, you going to bust him down? Because you know if you stab him, I got to come with you, regardless. As another homie, you know the rules, bro. You can't go by yourself. I have to do it with it. That is the protocol, and there are reasons for that, which I'll eventually get into. If I hit Smokey with the blicky, then it's over. Because this young wild hyena is coming with me with his blicky. So I can't even do it. Plus, I didn't feel like it necessarily warranted a sticking, even though it did. Actually, upon reflection, I had all rights to come with a weapon on this individual. For sure. But I decided not to, which was probably a mistake. I was thinking about this morning. I was mad this morning when I got up thinking about this story. I'm serious. It was probably I should have got him because he was out of pocket. He was wrong. Nevertheless, my nice ass told the homie, nah, bro, I ain't gonna stick him. I ain't gonna do him like that because I already know this. I already know here you come, and here come everybody. And this dude, we gonna catch a murder case. Nah, I'm just gonna man down him real quick. I'm just gonna punch on him a few times and man down him and tell him to get up out the door. I'm gonna punch on him, but I'm gonna punch on him good. I told him, because even the brother was like, man, bro, don't take it too easy on him, man. We know how you get sometimes. Man, this dude gotta go, man. That's why we just want to take care of it, bro. Just kick back. I'm like, nah. Y'all gonna stomp his head in. I already know how this is gonna go. I don't want him to get done like that. Again, I was saving him by attacking him myself, even though these things here, they're not nothing to play with. It's not a cakewalk. Head up the stairs, Smokey sitting there on the bed. And I just tell him, get up, Smokey. I could have attacked him right there on the bed. I thought about it. I didn't not attack him right there on the bed because I'm above it. I am not. In the time of war, I take no prisoners. I'm not playing fair. None of that. No one else is either. So I would have attacked him right there on the bed, but since I knew I was just going down him anyway, he had no chance. That I figured I'd let him get up. I approached him aggressively. Got up on him. Said, Smokey, get up. Get up. He looking a little nervous now. There's some brothers right there behind me. I told him, man, just kick back. They still coming. They still behind me. I swear to God. There's a few of them right there. I'm like, bro, don't do nothing on everything. I got this. Don't do nothing. Like, all right, we're just going to be right there, though. Smokey like, man, what's up, man? Like, bro, you got to get up out the door and you think, when I got up on him, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I dropped him. It didn't take long. Man down for him to hit the ground. And when he got on the ground, I got up on him. I grabbed his shirt. I grabbed his T-shirt that he had on, and I punched him a couple more times. Bam! And I picked his head up. Said, man, you got to get up out the door, bro. I told you ain't nothing sweet up in here. These dudes want to kill you. You got to go. Don't ever disrespect us like this. And when you hit another dorm, you better stay in line. Fall in line with the structure of that dorm. You're not bigger than the program. You can't kill 10 Mexicans. You just think that you can. You over here in their face starting stuff, questioning our structure, whether or not we have security, and we do, you're not paying attention to what's going on to your surroundings. You're just in here starting stuff. And then are not going to be ready to back it up. And even if you are, you can't back it up by yourself. We all have to get involved. Risking everyone's life over your infantile pursuits. No. I was angry. And when I picked his head up and cracked him that last time, I thought about slamming his head back down right there on the concrete. I did. I had to catch myself. I was almost there. I wasn't though, but I was almost there. I just let him go instead. Cause slam his head down. These are concrete floors. It's all bad. Cement, whatever the hell. It's all bad. He's down there on the ground. He's a bit bloody. And I'm still got to basically hold the blacks back, especially my little homie, but all of them. I'm like, bro, that's it. They're like, man, get up out of the dorm. They tell him, get up out of the dorm now. Get up out of the dorm. He down there on the ground. I'm like, hold on, give him a chance. Hold on. You got to come too. These things ain't no joke. He can't just jump up and go to the gate. That time has long gone. Yeah, that was before these things right here got to him. He can't just jump up, bro. You saw what just happened. Hold on, give him a chance. Yeah. Yeah, this ain't no game. Smokey, get up out of here. He came to and went to the gate. Tell the police I gotta go. They ain't gotta tell them twice. They can see you gotta go. You're lumped all up. Playing these reindeer games. Questioning me. What a dubious position to be in, Smokey. He got up out of there. He got up out of the dorm. And that was that. Oh, Smokey. Smokey was all right, but he was trying to push in line a little bit, but it wasn't really there. For some reason, he just wanted to redeem himself, wanted to compensate for being a smoker. So he wanted to get out saying that he was calling shots when he was in the county jail or something. He wanted to get out telling his little homie, I was just in there calling shots. I took the dorm over from whoop-de-whoop. No, sir. You'll never make that call. You'll never call home saying that. You're going to call home saying, I hit the dorm tripping, looking to take the dorm over from the big fella. And I got boo-bopped. Yeah. And, again, I had a lot of mercy on that individual. I promise you I did. Even when I attacked him, I had mercy on him. I could have slammed his head down. I could have had the blicky. I didn't have to do anything. I could have just told the brothers to get him. They was ready. They was going to use the blicky on him for sure. These dudes was wilding up in there. So I saved them. That's the only reason that I really did it. And so that they didn't have to do it. Because I knew it was going to go all bad for them. For real. I've seen these dudes in action. I've been in action with them. Many times, multiple times. They were not for play. This was not a game. Smokey, let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, Smokey, I know where he's from. I'm not going to say his hood. I know his name, too, his real name. I mean, his name from his hood. I'm just going to call him Smokey, though. I don't want to start nothing. He know who he is. He know what happened. As I said, it could have been worse. It wasn't, because I have a heart. Stay safe and stay free. People.